Hi, I'm Ginny Giles, President and Founder of Community Equipped.
Hi, I'm Jamie Dawn, a consultant and the Director of Coaching for Community Equipped.
Having quality and up-to-date information about your donors is a critical tool in understanding your effectiveness in reaching them. Appeal letters are the financial ask that you make to donors after you have engaged them in a variety of effective marketing communications. In this video, we're going to talk about individual donor data management using a customer relationship manager or CRM, appeal letter strategies, and gift acknowledgements. So maintaining your donor data in a CRM or customer relationship manager is really important for two reasons. The first reason is that it actually allows you to communicate with your donors. So that's where their name, their address, their email information, their phone number, all of that stuff, that's really important. You have to be able to communicate with them. The other reason is that it keeps track of your gifts and donations, and it provides the information for you to analyze the effectiveness of your fundraising activities. So you might, over time, be able to see that a certain type of appeal letter gets a better response than other appeal letters. That's going to be very valuable information for deciding future fundraising activities. If you are a brand new organization and you're just starting out trying to raise money with individual donors, don't get sucked in to a big, expensive CRM tool. Honestly, a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet is fine for a while, for a couple of years, until you have a couple hundred donors. You want to be careful you don't accidentally delete it. I've done that. It's not fun. But make sure your data and your spreadsheet is backed up, and a spreadsheet is going to serve you just fine. So when you have a couple hundred donors, maybe looking at 150, that's the time when you do want to start looking at purchasing a CRM tool. So CRMs come in all shapes and sizes with all different features, and it's really important to pick the one that is the best fit for you. In my experience, there's not a single CRM tool on the market that will be exactly what you need. What you're looking for is just going to be the one that will most fit your needs better than any of the others. There are a number of things to consider when you start shopping around for a CRM tool. One, what's your budget? What can you actually afford? Don't get sucked in by products that are big and fancy and have all the whistles and bells. It's highly unlikely that you're going to need them. You want to think about what is the tool that is the right size for you. The other thing that I've always found is important is it user-friendly? I'm not a tech person, and I've had to work with all sorts of different CRM tools. And if I can learn it easily, I'm pretty sure other people can too. So my approach has always been, does it make sense to me? Is it intimidating to me? If not, then it's going to be a great tool for everyone. So think about that. Ask questions about their customer service. Is their customer service available 24/7, or are they only available during business hours? Is their customer service simply going to direct you to online tutorial videos, or are they going to have people available to answer your questions and give you that personalized service? That type of customer service might be a little bit more expensive, but believe me, it's worth it. The other things to consider are, what do you actually need this for? What type of information do you need to collect? Are you only wanting to use it for donors? Do you also use volunteers? Do you want to track volunteer information in it? Hint, you do. Are you doing political engagement, political advocacy, or community engagement? Do you need a tool that is going to text people to take action quickly? Consider all of these features. If you're not sure what features you want to use, call some of your buddies at other nonprofits who might have some more experience and ask them. Ask the salesperson from the CRM company to sell the product to you. Ask them what sells their product apart. Don't buy into the hype. Don't get super excited and sold and won over by a super charismatic salesperson, but ask those probing questions. They should know their product better than anyone else and be able to answer all of your questions. If you are interacting with a salesperson that is not knowledgeable and experienced with their product, do not buy that product or ask to speak to a different salesperson. So some CRMs advertise that they may be free to nonprofits or free to certain types of organizations. Be very careful about this because there may be hidden costs. While the product itself may be free, it might require so much customization and training that ultimately it ends up being a lot more expensive than if you had just paid for one upfront. Fundraising with individual donors is often an overlapping practice with marketing. So you should think about how your marketing is telling the story to donors. But don't forget your second audience. And your second audience are those families and community members who are accessing your services. So everything that you are producing from your marketing, communications, and your fundraising should be appropriate and accessible to both audiences, to donors and to families and community members accessing your services. So think of your appeal letter as just one piece of your overall marketing story and communication strategy. It's just one way to communicate with donors, but it is the primary way that you are asking for a donation. So we do want to track the results of that appeal letter. We do want to invest in communication and marketing activities that lead up to sending out that appeal letter and making that big ask. As you are starting out your individual donor program and building that donor pool, one of the ways to add more donors and kind of test it out and see if you can grow your audience is by temporarily renting a mailing list. These used to be sold, so you would have the names and addresses permanently. This practice has changed a little bit so that now you are simply renting it. However, if someone responds to the appeal letter that they receive, you now have their information because they are now your donor. So don't worry about the fact that you have only rented a mailing list. When you want to rent a mailing list, there are printing companies and all sorts of folks that can do this for you. But think about the criteria that you want. If you're an organization that focuses on education in a particular neighborhood, you probably want to include that geographic region. You want to find donors that donate to other education-based organizations or to schools. Don't worry about competing with other organizations. If a donor gives to an organization that is similar to yours, they're more likely to give to your organization as well. So writing appeal letters is a little bit of a science mixed with art. There are some proven strategies to implement, and we're going to talk about some of our favorites and some things about equity and justice that we believe are important to keep in mind when creating your appeal letters.
It's a good practice to consistently be collecting stories and photos of those who have been impacted by the organization. These stories and photos are compelling tools to use when communicating the impact of your organization through appeal letters and other marketing materials. Stories and photos of those you impact are powerful tools, but be sure to get their permission first. They might want to have their name changed, or they might not want a particular photo of them or their family to be used. And always let them read the final version so that they know exactly what is being published about them.
Often, people coming to our organizations for help are inviting us into a most vulnerable time in their lives, and it is an honor to be serving them and walking alongside of them. And we want to remember that we are honored to be in that position when we're telling their story broadly as well.
A key part of every appeal letter is the visuals. So you want to include a photo that is someone looking directly at the camera, a really clear shot. Think about who is included in the photo. Are you consistently including a diverse group of people in your photos?
As Jamie said, pay attention to how diversity is shown in your photos. It's extremely important to authentically represent diversity, whether it's gender, age, physical ability, race, size, whatever it may be. Authentically showing that diversity is incredibly important in telling the story and communicating about who your community is.
Because we know what went into all the details of our programming, it can be easy for us to get lost in the details when we're telling the stories in appeal letters. We think that every detail matters because it matters to us. It doesn't matter as much to the donor. What really matters is what happened as a result of all of those details. We want to tell the story of the impact of the programming. We really want our stories to tug on the heartstrings and share the life change that happened as a result. We want every story to be a celebration of the transformation, really focusing on the people that have been served and not necessarily celebrating us as the heroes. We want the people who have been served to really be celebrated and honored. The appeal is one piece of the larger whole of your communication strategy, so you don't have to tell everything in an appeal letter. In fact, the appeal letter should just be one really good story told intentionally.
The appeal letter is the time to pull on the heartstrings and connect your audience with your mission. Give them an inside view into your mission and the impact that you're having on the community and the families you're serving with dignity and respect.
So you're tracking your gifts in your CRM, and it's equally important what you do once the gift is received as it is actually getting the gift. So you want to make sure you send out a tax receipt. If you're new, you may forget that step, but it's really important to do that and do it quickly. An acknowledgement letter and a tax receipt are typically the same thing. A tax receipt is typically sent out in the form of an acknowledgement letter and contains the date and the amount of the gift. Sending this is a legal requirement for any gift that exceeds $250, but it's best practice to send it for every single gift because it's always good to thank people for making a donation, no matter the size of the donation. When you send out the receipt, have the executive director or someone from the development team write a handwritten note on it. It's also a great time to tell another story about the organization's impact. These small things go a long way in building the relationship with individual donors. Each of these steps are a key in retaining donors. Once you have the donor, you want to make sure that you are continuing to invite them into the organization and retaining those donors. This is like gold, so you want to really treasure and cultivate those relationships. These personal touches are really important, so especially with a first-time donor, having a board member or the executive director make a quick phone call can go a long way. You can leave a voicemail that's equally as effective, but make sure that you're having some sort of personal contact with those first-time donors. There's multiple ways individual donors like to give. It might be annually, it might be quarterly. There's a growing number of people that like to give monthly. This is awesome. We should be very excited about this, but we want to make sure we're acknowledging every gift that comes in. A donor might say that they prefer an annual summary of all of their gifts, but we want to make sure that every gift is acknowledged in some way. All of these small pieces are key to retaining donors. It's easier to maintain a relationship versus starting a brand new one. So we want to make sure that we are retaining these donors and continuing to invite them deeper into the organization.
At its heart, fundraising is about building relationships, but having the right tools and data makes relationship building easier, more effective, and efficient. Think about the people in your life who you really trust. They probably earned your trust by demonstrating they care about you in ways that matter to you. For donors, effective communication is the way you show you care, and the right tools make that communication stronger.